team. In the top left, we do have our Terran player. Very skilled guy indeed, S rank. And I think so. And in the bottom right, we do have our Zerg player, herO. Now, I stumbled on this profile in the attempt of finding Flash. And unfortunately, this profile was already deleted. But I think he's playing a lot of customs Flash. Yeah, of course he is. But he should be out there on the ladder as well. And if you can get those ladder games, it's always going to be nice. The baby was too cute, yeah. There you go. So a Terran player is going for the 1 Rax expand, most likely. Is creating a wall. I think there's 2 entrances. This should be an entrance and this. So you have again 2 points to guard. And herO is just trying to find his opponent for now. Trying to see where he is. And he will see this SCV, so he's just going to turn around the drone. He's going to say, alright, you're on the top left. We do play cross positions. And there's the second supply depot. So I think you can still move like this, but it does... I'm not sure on this direction, but I'm pretty sure you can move here. We'll have to wait and see how this Marine is going to walk. He really wants to kill that drone. He does eat a couple shots, but that's about it. Doesn't really get it. In the end, I think maybe this is a full wall. Yeah, maybe this is a full wall actually. And he can kind of move units in here, but he cannot go into his base. So he has this as the only opening in his wall. Oops. And there's the drone walking back now. We do have the SCV who scouted that lair coming in as well. And engineering bay here on the way. Engineering bay rush. Okay, wow. Wait, wait a second. So he's throwing down a super quick engineering bay. We're only sitting at 1 barracks so far. So this is gonna be a ultra fast +1 timing. How is he gonna play this one? Do we see 3 barracks to follow this up? Is this gonna be just the normal 2 racks academy setup? There's a lot of gas going into this, so the upgrades like stim and range are gonna be delayed a little bit. But this means these Marines are gonna be extremely powerful. Now we see a 1 barracks, 1 engineering bay, 1 academy. And yeah, I like it. I have never personally casted one of these upgrade rush styles. So love to see it here. Extremely fast. +1 damage. And this can be used, as far as I know, to try and bust the Zerg. Because you're gonna have the +1 so fast, you're just gonna go across with stim and then just try to bust open that natural. He needs to add in a few more barracks though at some point. Now stim is on the way as well. Not adding any additional barracks at this as of yet. It's going into a medic. It's just gonna go with that small of an army? I don't think so. It can't really utilize that +1. Then we see the extra barracks coming in here. Is he gonna go into 3 racks? Might just be the setup he wants. Double medic, okay. The issue is, like, this group is gonna be a 6 marine, 1 medic or 2 medic group, so the firepower is very, very low, and he indeed goes into 4 barracks. So super fast Biotransition here, a small pause. Go. So now we know he's most likely Korean. Macro hatchery on the way here for our Zerg player, herO, and the Spire with the damage upgrade. So we've seen this earlier. Some people like to go into armor first now these days because all of the Valkyrie builds which are so popular, and the Valkyries, they shoot 8 missiles, 6 damage. So if you get armor, you just reduce that by what, 8 damage, right? That's a lot of damage actually. By 8 damage total. If he pulls this one out. Yeah, man. I want to see it. I want to see it happen here. Now, range is about to finish up at the kind of the same time here with that +1. Now, the Mutalisks are here, and he does have his missile turrets in place, but he needs a few more Marines before he can really push out on the map. Now, he already invested into those medics a little bit earlier, so they actually are stacking quite up a little bit of energy here. But the issue is now, he kind of does not want to engage with the Marines into these mutas, because he wants to keep this hidden a little bit, and he wants to explode on the map. He wants to go out, he wants to force the mutas to turn and shoot and fight him. He needs to come in and actually defend. The mutas do commit in all the way though, and they go into the main base. There's another turret set up there, but if he would have kept a few Marines down here, he does kill one more Mutalisk. That turret might be also a turret from yesterday. Some nice SCV movement though. Oh man, the lowest SCV, 6 HP, tried to make a turret. Of course he's not gonna get it done. But this is the time, +1 is done, medics are ready, and all of the army is ready. It's big enough. Let's go out on the map. Let's put the pressure on you. Let's force the base trade basically. And mutas do indeed fly out. They come back to defend. There's a bunch of mutas at home as well, so he's gonna have a full group of Mutalisks. But this is +1 range Stim Marines. They're gonna pack a punch. Oh my god, I didn't even know about the small condition thing. There you go. So they even take less damage. Now, mutas do still die whenever they come close to this ball of Marines. If he waits for one more group of reinforcements, I mean, this is gonna be a difficult hold. There's no Sunkens, there's no Lurkers yet. He's really relying on these Mutalisks. Can they get the job done? So far, he's kind of staying alive. And he's catching a few unlucky Marines here on the tail end, trying to get into the group. But there we go. That's how you want to do it as a Terran. Really reducing that muta count. But this army is not big enough anymore. He needs to get more reinforcements up to the front. 4 barracks does not seem to hold up the production he needs to stay alive against this muta microwave from herO. herO also someone who's kind of known for his muta microwave. Like, everybody can do it, but herO is one of the few people who really excel at this. But he loses another muta. He's down to 5 mutas at this point. Oh, as I say that though, we do have 5 more coming in. So we're back to 10. Everything's good, guys. Everything's good. This does mean though, let's have a look at the actual tech behind. This does mean this thing, evolution chamber, not done yet. This is at least done, but he's quite away from the lurkers yet. It's just started the upgrade. Extra barracks being thrown down here. And a second engineering bay, so he really wants to go into his 2-3 or 3-3 upgrades as fast as possible. Science facility on the way. This is looking like a great play from our Terran. He's only playing this with 1 starport for now, but he does go into the second starport after he finishes up his science facility, so he can get into irradiate first. But he doesn't actually make it. Did he already get it? No, I don't think. I don't think so. Needs to start up his irradiate, and then he's gonna have that SK style Terran here. Carapace is also excellent against bio units, of course, because, well, they shoot fast. It's good. But in this case, we do have the glaive worm being upgraded, and we see those meters die very quickly here. Man, every time, it's like Icarus and the sun. Every time a muta, I hear him die. It's insane. 6 barracks up and running at this point. This still needs to get started. I mean, he does he have irradiate? I think he doesn't have it yet. Huh, maybe he does. Oops. Now finally though, the lurker defense is here. We do see lurkers over here, we do see the Nidus canal, we do see extra stacked lurkers over here behind the Nidus. And a Terran player is starting to roam to that third base. He wants to control that area. And he wants to push across this kind of rocky terrain. Maybe this is all a fake though, maybe he really wants to go into the natural. But the Nidus canal of course does allow the Zerg to relocate very fast between his bases. Lurker's trying to set up a new position. Our Terran didn't scan ahead, so he doesn't know about this, but he doesn't really lose a unit. Now there's a counterattack starting to come, and this is a muta-heavy counterattack. And the mutas don't really do that much. Enough units at home here. Lynx engaging without the lurker support is not going to be able to do much here. We do see an SCV getting sniped off. And yeah, our Terran is kind of running into a point where he needs to start to commit to another base. And I think he's probably about to throw down a command center over here to try and float it over into the bottom area. You could try to get that middle as the Terran in this position, but it's just so difficult. Oh, this is a defense matrix push. There we go. That's why there's no irradiate. He wanted to utilize the defense matrix anyways first. So he does have a vessel here. Now he runs out of the vessel. He needs to scan this, so the lurkers are not unscouted. Second vessel coming in, but no defense matrix as of yet. Most of the units do get depleted here from a Terran, but he does have a few more units on the top trying to rally in. Oh my god, all of the medics will just splatter. Some Marines behind that base were shooting at the drones. Drones did get evacuated though. And a Terran player coming again from the left, trying to break this position, man, but it's so difficult against so many lurkers. Kind of spread okay-ish. And we do see not enough bio. So in the end, this is gonna be a defense. Now there's the third command center, and actually sneaking down a fourth. I love to see it. This is great. This is great. This might be what wins him the game. If he wins the game. But that is amazing. Sneaking a base, I love to see it. I think in a ladder game, every day, you should try to do it. If you're in a position like that, you control the map, just try to do it. And it's a timing which just might work out for you. No, Irradiate is done. First defilers are here, Dark Swarm is there. The first defiler did get irradiated, it's gonna fall. Gonna bleed out. And the lurker does get irradiated as well. In the end though, man, these Marines not having a good time. Just dwindling in numbers. Oh, I guess a drone does sacrifice itself into their guns. But in the end, he's just struggling to break the space. He's still kind of in between the bases, which is a funny location to hold for now, this bridge. That Marine, man, he should just step back. He loves those spikes. Oh, he loves the drug the medic gives him, I don't know. Oh, he doesn't love it anymore. Hold position. There you go. Now, if the vessels can evacuate it, then that's gonna be fine, but it's always unfortunate when I see like a cluster of medics die like this, like 4 medics. Then I'm always a little bit sad. Because they're a little bit more expensive than Marines, right? Not that much, but a bit. Now more and more vessels coming in, more and more irradiates being used, and actually a transfer made it over here, so this base is really fully operational at this point. It needs to clear these mutas, they have kind of been forgotten. Just the 9 dislocation occupying this. And I think now with the stim in, he's gonna leash these mutas onto the marines. He's gonna get most of them. Yes. No micro attempt here. Easy cleanup. And that's all of a sudden 2 fresh bases for the Terran, and he's sitting at 4 bases against 3. How are you gonna come back from this hero? Now he's plaguing the vessels, but he only managed to get... I guess he plagued most of them, yeah. Everything but 1. So, good work. See, our Terran can't even believe his own super position right now, which he's in. He's looking for a 4th base from the Zerg, but he just can't find any because there's none. Oh, there we go. Hydra's coming in, sniping 2 vessels, 3 vessels there, very fast and swiftly. Dark Swarm is ready. Finally, herO is starting to get out on the map a little bit, but this is an issue. Why is he making barracks over here? Does he want to set up a new production from that? No, we're going into the tank transition at this point. And yeah, it's the double tank approach here. And we see herO is trying to utilize that Hydra Plague style. Oh, this is the unkillable marine at this point. From Hydra shots, never, man. It's gonna take him like 175 years to chew through that defense matrix. No! Oh my god. Those plague vessels. Yeah, okay, so the thing is, if you want to play against this Dark Swarm Plague style and Hydra Heavy thing, you need to play this with siege tanks as the Terran. You're kind of forced to play in siege tanks because your bio just doesn't do it anymore. And the vessels, of course, being plagued so much and so many Hydras on the way, they just do so much damage. They just one-shot them, and then the issue is gonna be that these Hydras will just clear out everything and you just lose your high value units, and even if you try to irradiate as much as you can, there's just not enough targets to irradiate which are high enough value to make sense. There's not enough lurkers, there's not enough defilers with most of these armies. You kind of need like 5-ish vessels. You don't need like the 12 vessel count which you want to have against a deep lurker line and a bunch of defilers and this, what is it called, in like ultralisks, right? Scan coming in, but enough reinforcements here just in the nick of time. Dark Swarm is gonna be thrown down as well, so this bio is gonna be pushed back very easily here. But this is the big story. How many tanks can we set up here in the meantime? So far it looks like we're only sitting at 2 for our Terran player, so he still needs to get a few more. Love to see this, by the way. He has a few... He's making basically a few units over here to just keep this area protected. No defense matrix here for the tank. Another siege, Dark Swarm here on those siege tanks, and he's gonna kill all of these tanks. That's 4 tanks. That was all the tanks he built up. Now he has 4 behind this, but yeah, I mean, we would have been looking at 8 tanks. So really good engage here for herO, kind of decimating these tanks more and more. And this base is up and running, so herO now finally sitting at 4 bases himself. And he's starting to go into that 5th base. But this is a question mark if he can keep this alive. It gets scouted at this point. There's no way he can hold it. There's only a few links, there's no defiler with this, there's no lurkers, no... what are they called? No hydras. The only links are not gonna cut the defense here. Now tanks are here, and these hydras, I mean, if you move in the marines as well under the Dark Swarm, it's gonna be even better for you because the hydras are not gonna kill them. He needs to go into a few more firebeds to combat those Dark Swarms better, and indeed we see the first transition into more and more firebeds here. And this drone is still alive, by the way. You have to trust me, it's in this corner here, it's down here. Science vessel's getting sniped again here. He's been losing a lot of value in those vessels, it's insane. Tank is gonna get sniped as well, no defense matrix to save this one. And he's been kind of just pushing with like 4 tank setups, left and right here. He's making a command center here. So we're starting to see more and more command centers off location, which is an interesting tell. Maybe this is, you know, someone you know who's playing this well against herO right now and placing a lot of off-center command centers. And the Filer tried to get a Dark Swarm down, but nothing happening here. Too many firebats, too many tanks, too many marines. And intercepting that Zerg rally at this point. No Dark Swarm, no Lurker. These tanks are exposed though, and actually yeah, all of the tanks on the backline are exposed here. Really well rotated by herO, and he's gonna come in from both sides. It's gonna sandwich this army. Even the vessels are gonna have a difficult time to escape from this death trap. Now reinforcements are not gonna be that impactful here, because there's nothing to reinforce. She's losing units here on the left side as well, to a Dark Swarm and a Lurker. Now all of the units he produced here in the top right are kind of making a beeline now down here to the mid right. I still see this huge group here roaming in the middle, but the tank count has kind of been reset enough times. Vessel count is going down as well. Oh my god, so many vessels dying, it's insane. There's an SCV with this group for some reason, with 1 HP. Now he's holding this high ground for now. He's trying to go into the right position again, rotating over there. But we're about to approach a climax. The issue is herO is starting to run out of money. He needs to go and grab another expansion soon. And our Terran is just kind of controlling the map too well. So if herO doesn't get anything done within like the next 5 minutes, he's basically gonna be dead, because like this is gonna be ending up his last mining base. He still has these 2 patches and a depleted guys over here, and he has like a mediocre base over here. The natural is already run out. The gas is like 2 more trips and there it's gone. And he's already eating his gas units because he doesn't have enough minerals. Man, that firebat, 7 kills. He was the hero under that Dark Swarm. But that's gonna be it. I wonder if he can evacuate all of these SCVs. But this will effectively be cut off here from the Zerg army. So all of this is gonna be kind of... Oh my god, try to fight the Lurker with SCVs. Even if this all dies, the Zerg units are not gonna be able to get out. So they're committed to that location now. He needs to make it as costly as he can. They're coming in again, herO, Swarm and Plague to push back the Terran army. SCVs are trying to kill one of those Hydras, but that Hydra is already at 3-3, so those days are gone, mate. Another engage here into the bottom area of that map. We do see a few firebats, but not getting under the Dark Swarm. Tank not sieged up. A nice spread on the Marines there. Try to disengage from this fight, but in the end, man, those Hydras are just too powerful, yeah? But this is kind of all he can get. He can only get these, like, unnecessary areas of the map, and herO really needs to push into this bottom left corner. He needs to get bases up. This is just too much to break, right? There's 5 tanks, 6 tanks, a few vessels, a bunch of bio. It's just too tough to break, I think. And the bottom left looks more exposed. But I feel like herO is about to give up here. He just scouted that base in the bottom left, a full scout, and how defended it already is with like a barracks, a bunker, and units pumping out there. He's trying to go for a breakout here in the bottom. No Defiler as of yet. There we go, Dark Swarm, but only after most of the units are already depleted, and the tank did see the Dark Defiler. Now, if you can get once more vision on that one, it's gonna die. He's just gonna try to push up this ramp. This is the whole story. If you can get up that ramp, and throw down the Dark Swarm and not lose all of his lurkers, maybe. If you can break this position as well, that would reduce our Terran to only 2 mining bases himself. Eventually he's gonna have enough vessels to just break this. SCV's trying their damnedest to clear these Hydras so they can't become lurkers. And herO is trying to reinforce this, but I feel like he opened too much room there for the Terran player to just reinforce this defense, and now he's making it so difficult for himself to come in here at all. He does have potentially one more Dark Swarm, but yeah, he just loses the Dark Swarmer and now the Lurker. There's one more Definer down here, but there's nothing to follow this up. There's only one Lurker who's still working away at this. But yeah, it's even gonna get killed. We're about to hit the climax here, I think. herO is starting to run out of money in the right as well. Goes for an attack in the north. He's trying to deny the bases from his opponent. But it feels like he just can't do a good enough job here. He's gonna corner these marines here. He's gonna get a lift on this base in the north. But there's already a base down here in the south ready for the take-in. Already for our Terran player. He still has this mining. This is still operational. Didn't really get killed. And yeah. Now, that being said though, no, let's go picture again. If herO pushes like he has this, he did manage to kill this. This is all open. There's a few tanks sitting there, but you can break the tanks. One Defiler is all you need. Now the unkillable marine here for just a second. It's like a clickbait. But yeah, now he's following this army. I don't think that's something you can achieve actually. And we see our Terran is actually scanning. On the right side he's looking like, wait, do you have those bases? Why are you still in the game? And hero's just having like a bad time giving up, I guess, or something. He just doesn't want to let it go yet. He's actually going to try to bring a drone over, but that got easily sniped by those tanks still in position there. Wow, all of the vessels do just evaporate here. The Defiler was irradiated, so no more Dark Swarms. And hero's army is getting pushed back. The technicality is looking worse and worse here for our Zerg player. No more lurkers, only Dark Swarm. Not even the Dark Swarm does get up. Only Hydras at this point here. He's trying to come in again from the north here to try and break this army and save this position. Again, man, he's not having any luck with these Defilers. And GG's gonna be called here. Wow. What a game. What a game. herO actually lost that Terran barcode.